Ireland, Portugal. Then we said it would spread. And then finally into the rest of Europe and the United States. And now all over the financial news, they admit it's inevitable. And then we predict it absolutely correctly. And then they spin it and say, depression? Recession? What does that mean? All they do is play this mind game. It's all hoaxes. Just like they say Rush Limbaugh made this guy shoot this woman. Turns out he doesn't even listen to Limbaugh. He was a liberal drug addict in love with her. I mean, it's hoax after hoax after hoax, but the good news is nobody's buying it.
And here's some more. I mean, they never stop with this. Look how they're cooking the inflation numbers. So people that need their cost of living increase under COLA aren't getting anything. They're saying that food and fuel shouldn't be into the core inflation index. This is perfect Soviet Union era twisting. Oh, and here's a good one, Alex. Today the stock market rebounded because the bond sales in Portugal, they were very good. China and Japan are pumping money into Europe to keep this Ponzi scheme afloat. So, yes, it's collapsing. It will collapse. There's no stopping it. And here's the real bad news. It's going to be followed by war. Add it up. You hear the minister, economic minister of Brazil, Manteiga, week after week, month after month, screaming there's a currency war. All of the nations are trying to intervene to keep their currencies from not increasing too much because the United States and China are devaluating theirs, so they can't export. Then you hear from Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, saying a trade war is beginning. Add them up. Currency wars plus trade wars equal real wars.
Yeah, China's becoming extremely threatening, openly talking about war, test firing missiles now off the coast of Texas and California. And what's insane about this is, as Dr. Roberts described many years ago here and countless other economists, as this starts falling apart, as the dollar plunges, the Chinese, the EU, everybody, the Arabs, they rush in to try to prop it up because they're so invested in it. Then the euro starts going under. They run in, pumping their currencies in there, but then that devalues their currencies. So you have a concerted devaluation. But how do you know the implosion's about to become accelerated and really evident where they have trouble hiding it? That's once people have to pump up the dollar and the euro, they then stop buying as much of it. So they're still trying to prop it up because they're heavily invested from the old days, but they stop buying it. Now they're openly moving away from the dollar, openly moving away from the euro. Where are the Arabs and the Chinese and the Russians and the Brazilians investing in the Chinese currency for the first time ever? It's being traded worldwide. The replacement of the dollar as the world reserve currency has now gone into high gear, and everybody in New York and D.C. running this criminal operation and over in England and the rest of it, they know full well what's happening. All the rich people I know, and people, I know some billionaires and others, I know a lot of other people that know them, they've all left the country. They've got armored redoubts in the middle of nowhere all over the world. They're scared to death. They know what's going on, and they're mad that we're here warning people about what they've done, Gerald.
That's right, but look what's going on. Again, current events form future trends. First of all, with China. We just saw Secretary of Gates over there yesterday warning the Chinese not to underestimate the power of the American military. Let's save it for the kiddies. They're losing over in Afghanistan. They can't win in Iraq. Now they're going into Pakistan. And just for a little bit of history, it was the Chinese that, with the North Koreans, that brought the armistice. The United States and South Korea couldn't defeat them. Just a little bit of history. It was the Chinese supporting the Vietnamese that made the United States withdraw from Vietnam as losers. And now they're going to say that the Chinese are underestimating our military strength as they show off, by no mistake, their new stealth fighter jets, by they now have their new weaponry, these missiles that could take out aircraft carriers and fleets of ships.
Our trains can't even go above 50. The rail lines are so old. China isn't just building 250-mile-an-hour train lines over there. They're now building them in the U.S. They own everything.
Yeah, they're bidding in California. They're bidding in California, and now they're in the process of buying up Europe. What do you think they're bailing out the banks for? They're taking over the industries, one after another. It's the golden rule. Those who have the gold rule.
The banks completely sold us out through pure treachery, and you notice the CFR a decade ago said the next century will be the Chinese century. They geared this whole thing up. Maury Strong and all of them have moved to China. They set us up. They sucked us dry. They blew us away, Gerald.
And look who the guy is, as you just mentioned, the Daley family, who just moved in. You know what he was known for under the Clinton administration when he was Commerce Secretary? He was known as the NAFTA czar. He's the guy that was the brains behind pushing it through.
Incredible. Stay there. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
This message starts with a great offer from Big Berkey Water Filters, because we don't want you drinking dangerous water 1 minute longer. Right now, purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of 2 Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or our new sight glass spigot absolutely free. Why do this? Because over 60% of municipal water is fluoridated, and at less than 2 cents per gallon, Berkey Water Filters purify both treated and untreated water, removing dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and other contaminants. Big Berkey water filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, so they're perfect for rainwater collection systems and emergency preparedness. Remember, Big Berkey includes free shipping on every order over $50, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit BIGBERKEY waterfilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, or call today 1-877-99-BERKEY.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. 1 tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
The preacher man says it's the end of time.
Gerald Celente will be with us 5 minutes in the next hour. Then I'm going to have open phones and go over just masses of vital news and information. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. You know, Gerald, I love this modern media spin that we're being negative, we're hurting confidence with our, what was the New York Times called you a purveyor of pessimism porn, and they've called me a purveyor of conspiracy porn. all over the news, Newsweek, Time Magazine, and others, when all we're doing is reporting on the spectacle of foreign banks stealing tens of trillions, NAFTA and GATT destroying our industrial base, China buying up the ports, the roads, taxes exploding, and then we're here saying, hey, this is a bad idea, and the government's answer is, shut up, don't upset people, we need to take your free speech away. I mean, if that's not bona fide tyranny, what is?
Well, it's, again, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, bullets, bombs, and banks. And as I've said many times, think of the word confidence. We're hurting the confidence. It's a con game, confidence, con man. That's all they are. And again, when I came out and said, listen, this real estate market is not going to correct itself, they're taking our money to pump it up, oh, you're a gloom and doomer. You're hurting confidence. No, we're stopping the con game, and they don't like it. You want to hear one for the books? Remember Judith Miller with the New York Times, the toilet paper of record? She was the one that pushed off the propaganda sent to her from the Bush administration, the Cheney neocons, that Saddam Hussein was acquiring materials to build nuclear weaponry. She came out recently and said that WikiLeaks is bad journalism. Could you imagine this coming from her mouth? They can't stand us, Alex, because we're exposing the game and we don't suck up and bow down.
It's incredible. She also came out and called for civility in media, but her lies and her publishing of those government lies knowingly helped cause all our dead troops and all those dead people overseas and the goodwill of the U.S. that's in so much trouble and these failed wars. It's fine when they lie about WMDs. It's fine when government does things like that to kill people, because they're not going to show us all the dead Iraqi kids on the news. They're just going to try to use this dead 9-year-old to take our liberties domestically. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, you look at the front page coverage whenever it's a Veterans Day or whatever in the New York Times. It's pure propaganda. Oh, and I was mentioning before about current events forming future trends. I mentioned China. Two things before I go on. One is that as the American media is so focused on this Arizona tragedy, as a trend tracking tip, watch the rest of the news going on around the world, because there are big things happening that are going to change the direction of things. One of them being what's going on in Tunisia. It's going on, and it happened in England. It's been happening in Italy. The youth of the world are uniting against what's going on. The students of the world, they're angry and they're mad as hell, and they're not taking it anymore. They're rioting in the streets.
You predicted this 2.5 years ago on air. You said that the education bubble would pop worldwide because there are no jobs for these degrees.
Exactly. And they know the levels of corruption, what they call austerity measures you were talking about before. Raising taxes, lowering the minimum wage, losing jobs, losing pensions, losing benefits, added up. Students in the streets in France, in Italy, in Greece, in England, in Tunisia, in Turkey. It's happening in front of our eyes. Why did it happen in the U.S. during the 60s?
Final 5 minutes. Answer that question. Back in 60 seconds. Third hour coming up with Gerald Celente.
On air, online, and on demand. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HOMEGAIN 150.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.